Hello, Lone. Welcome to another Rags to Riches mini-series. Today's series is starting about the Paladin class. So we did 6 other classes so far. Technically only done 5, but you know, Druid I've done like a more in-depth Rags to Riches with. So I think that counts for the Druid. Paladin is the final class. Some said save the best for last, and I just said I'm saving Paladin for last because I'd rather do that. And yeah, today we're gonna start. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna pull the video, see how we did on day 1, what we were up to, and how well did it go. So yeah, we gave our Paladin an awesome name as always, and we were ready to go. And the first thing you want to do as a Paladin is throw your shield down at the first town. This is a really important step because this will make you look like a pro player that knows what they're doing. So I just did the same thing I saw other people doing. I assume it's because they didn't want to block, because blocking just slows you down. When people are like speedrunning, you don't actually have to do it, but it's like the shield at the beginning doesn't really do anything. And the first skill point you put in is going to be into sacrifice. And once you get into town, like the first time you get back into town, make sure to grab yourself a little scepter. It does a lot more damage than the sword they start you out with. It doesn't have to be like, you know, an expensive scepter. All the scepters there were way out of my reach. Just like a cheap scepter, they do so much damage. Just grab one. And here's the reason why you grab sacrifice. Basically, sacrifice deals like a ton of AoE damage early on, and it will help you level up. It's just 1 point, and you need the point generally to get into joust as well if you want a little bit more movement later. After that, I just dump all of my points into might. Just absolutely dump them into might. I think for 9 straight levels. And you want to have 1 point before you're level 12. You want to have 1 point in smite, which is not might. It sounds similar, but you want to have it because you want to become a charger, and charge will be kind of like your movement, but it will also become your main attacking skill as you level up. This will be the skill that you max. And over here you can see me already charging at Andario, and generally charge felt really good to use from the get-go. So that's what I've been looking to use when I was leveling. Once you're level 21, you'll look to gamble from L6 or from Act 3, wherever you're at when you're level 21. This kind of maul. The reason you want to take a maul is because, as you can see, deals insane damage, and charge works really well with that kind of weapon. Before, I was just using this kind of like decapitator style axe. I forget their name in the beginning, and after that you just want to grab up the maul whenever you're level 21. As far as I understood, that's the level where you can grab one. And if you saved up some you know, chipped jewel gems in the beginning, you can re-roll the item, and you can see we got one with a ton of damage to undead. So I just decided to save that one. It had also 1 socket, so we got like some cold damage in there. So yeah, that could be like a really nice solid option. When you're level 23 or 24, make sure to buy a teleport stick so you can travel around with a little bit more ease, especially in Act 3 that is so annoying to go around in. Yeah, and as you can see, going with charge into Mephisto, not a problem at all. I'm here forgetting to use my might aura. That's something that happened to me a couple of times where I just forgot to switch it. As you can see, even without the might aura, we're destroying Mephisto, but with the might aura, it looks even better, I promise. Yeah, going into Diablo, absolutely destroying him. So as you can see, charge in normal difficulty, incredibly easy. Just pick up whatever weapon you see deals more damage. Like if you find a weapon that deals more damage in the beginning, just use that and keep upgrading yourself. And the hope is generally always to drop like a really nice weapon, or maybe drop an ethereal weapon that you can use till it breaks, till you find your next like upgrade. That's generally your hope as a charge paladin. And I'm like maxing charge, then I max what's it called, then I max might. Make sure to have like points in strength. You'll need like at least 70 points in strength in the beginning to put on like a maul or something. So by level 21, have 70 points in strength, buy a maul, and just keep upgrading from there. After that, once we got to Baal, I made sure to grab an Act 4 dark merc for the amp, just to make the fight easier. It's like just you don't have to do it. I swapped from my vigor merc to like an amp merc. But generally I walked around with with a vigor merc just because it's a little bit faster. And we made sure to, I'm trying to stop, I think, to show it, but what we did here is we used our Larza quest to socket this scepter. And this scepter you can buy from Akara in Act 1. basically you're looking to buy a scepter with +3 to Holy Bolt. And the reason you want to buy that is because after normal somewhere in Nightmare, you'll want to transition into Holy Bolt. That's your main thing, and you will make a Neophyte in that scepter. Neophyte is just like a very good rune word that give you half freeze. That'll be basically what you use till the end of Hell. So yeah, once we got to Nightmare, I already could transition into Holy Bolt, but I wanted to push Charge just to see how well it would do till the end of Nightmare. I just wanted to see how far you can take it, mostly to just be able to recommend people, oh, by here you should really transition, you should find the pieces you need to become like a Holy Bolt Paladin, and if you didn't, you should probably stop and farm a little bit just so you can do it. Of course, if you drop an amazing weapon, you can keep charging, but otherwise you should respec. And for me, that point was around end of Nightmare. So you can see in Act 4, like I'm wearing like an ethereal hammer that I just found around the way. I crafted it into a blood craft, I think, if I remember, and it was solid till like Act 4. But being like lacking defensives at like end of Act 4 Nightmare made it so it felt a little bit less safe, and I just wanted to swap into Holy Bolt, which is a much safer approach. I grabbed the Act 4 Light Merc. Okay, so you swap your Merc into a Light Merc once you go to Holy Bolt. I put on a Stealth rune word that gave me a little bit of FCR. And you want to have one piece that has half freeze duration, and you'll get half freeze also from your Neophyte rune word. And you want to put all your points into Holy Bolt, then you can put like the rest of your points into Fist of Heavens. I put 1 point into Salvation. That was the aura that I was using, which really makes it easier to, you know, go about your way. But yeah, you basically max all the synergies. I put like a point into charges so I can move around, and it's also one of the prerequisites for Holy Nova in the future. As you can see, like Holy Bolt has no problem dealing with Nightmare. It is really simple. And generally speaking, since Neophyte will give you +3 to Holy Bolt, since you're making it in a base that is +3, you want to be able to get to level 25 on Holy Bolt. At level 25 of Holy Bolt, you get free bolts. That's like a tip I got from the Discord. Thank you, Prof. At level 25, so you want to make sure you're capable of hitting level 25, and that could be maybe with a low rune word, giving you +1, and a spirit shield, giving you +1, and in a total, it gives you +5 and 20 points that are hard points you invest. Or I found an Eye of Etlich, for example, and I used Eye of Etlich, Lore, and the Neophyte to get to level 25. So whenever you can get to level 25, that's around when I recommend you transition. And if you can't, you should farm the runes to be able to do it. We happen to drop this amazing weapon right after we respect for Act 4. This is a Craned Vomir, and it rolled perfect ED and almost perfect PDR, so that's pretty crazy weapon that we dropped on our day 1, and we could have definitely charged with this for the entirety of the game if we managed to up it with like a pull rune. But we already spec'd into Holy Bolt, and I wanted to show Holy Bolt. That was the path I was planning on. So obviously Karma and RNG hit me with the, oh, you just respec? That's such a shame, but it's okay. We save our little Ice Queen to get a little bit more resistances, even though Salvation Aura is carrying our asses. And you want to make sure to have like a shield with like Ancient's Pledge or with Spirit. Whatever you use, it will be like just for, mostly just for the resistances. The FCR on Spirit though is very nice. If you can find a Paladin base with some resistances on top of it, that's even better. As you can see, Holy Bolt has no problem killing like Ancients or killing bosses. It does incredible amounts of damage, so yeah, it is incredibly strong. Here you can see us in real time defeating Baal. This is not sped up, this is just doing that much damage. If you can get your Act 4 Merc to stand close to Baal, that would be a little bit better. You can always teleport him in, just so you do that extra bit of damage. And all the way through Hell, there was actually nothing important to report. You can kill areas, you can farm things. It's incredibly safe due to the Salvation Aura. You can I did all my quests, all the quests that I needed. You can stop to farm some areas if you'd like to farm pits or things like that. You don't need to really. This build is so strong that you just kind of coast through the entire game. There was no point where I was struggling with Holy Bolt. So as you can see, we got to Diablo. And generally speaking, this is where you want to stop and farm. If you're on a ladder reset, you want to stop and farm in the Chaos Sanctuary. You clear it so well, and we got that like linked mail there that I didn't share with you guys, but it is actually a really nice drop to the fire skill, so pretty nice armor there. Make sure to save your Ice Queen in Hell as well for the final and third last time. Grab the resistances, and in the fight versus the ancients, usually I separate them because it's like dangerous. As you can see, like I try to play it safe there, but it was just not that necessary, and I just let them all fight me at the same time. The Merc is nice to have, it makes it a little bit faster, but I really don't need them. I just kind of like charged away, threw a few bolts, charged away, sometimes that teleported if I needed to. For the most part, I'm just using red potions, not even rejuves, but as you can see, it's a pretty simple and safe fight. This build is incredibly safe, and even though it's the first time that I ever tried to level with this, I haven't done this before, it felt very intuitive, very simple. So I really recommend, if you're a Paladin, this is, in my opinion, the way to go. Once you hit Nightmare, and you can hit 25 skill points, that's what you want to be doing. And here you can see us disposing of Baal. Again, this is not sped up. This is just the damage you do, and you do so much damage to Baal. We end up dropping a Reaper Soul and an Essence, which is pretty nice for day one. And after that, we headed to Ubers. We hit level 80. I don't know if I'm showing like how long it took me to do it, but it took us 7 hours and 2 minutes to kill Baal and get to level 80. Oh, sorry, 8 hours and 2 minutes, I think, to get to level 80, and it took us like 7 hours to kill Baal. Something like that. It took us an extra hour to level because we killed Baal like way earlier than we normally do. And yeah, then we went into Ubers, and Ubers were pretty simple. The strategies to get like an Act 2 Defiance Merc, give him an insight so he can heal your mana as much as possible, and you're just having him stand between you and the Uber, and you're damaging them and healing him so he can tank for you. That's the strat. That's what you want to be doing. You want to be doing it for the minis. You want to be doing it for the Ubers. I happen to get we got 1 Izuel and 2 Duriels, so I didn't have a Lilith fight to kind of demonstrate, but we headed into Ubers after that as well. And make sure to keep your teleport stick. You will need it during this Uber fight, because what you're trying to do is put your Merc in front of the Ubers, right, and heal, but you will have to pull him out every now and then if the positioning is bad, or if he's just about to die. You really don't want your Merc to die, especially not with the Baal and Mephisto parts. Baal was being a little bit of a cunt there, just kind of like teleporting around and you know, trying to make it hard for me to tank with my Merc. But you know, we kept it cool. We kept like you know, shooting the bolts at him, healing the mana. Yeah, sometimes you have to go around. You can ignore the minions generally, and as you can see, we dispose of Baal with ease, which is very, very nice. And this is one of the easier you know, experiences in day one Ubers type scenarios for me. Like Druid and Necro were, I think, the easiest for me to run. Like the summons are pretty easy to manage, and they do pretty well there. And I mean, Decoy Zon was also pretty nice. Fireball or Meteor Sork was a little bit challenging. This, I would say, was about the difficulty for me as Decoy Zon. It takes some patience. You will take time to do damage, but generally speaking, you do really well. As you can see, I keep my Merc healed, and we try to like aggro Baal into a safer area. You don't really want to be fighting in the midst of everything, so just remember, you can always just clear the skellies later after you killed Mephisto, but make sure to drag him out of these kind of dangerous situations. And you can see I'm just healing my Merc. Every time he gets a little bit low, I do a Nova to heal him, and he's good as new. Now, I did need to get a little bit more potions after this, because I saw him getting a little bit low. I just wanted to see how much damage I can do to Diablo before I have to do that. So first we went into Diablo to see how it will work, and I noticed that once again, like with most characters that do this like day one Uber thing, the pit lords are very hard to deal with. So I already knew they were going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I was like, okay, let's just see what we can do. And the damage we're doing to Diablo is actually pretty good. Like, you're doing good damage. The issue is just like the pit lords are amassing there, and they become a real threat. So I went out, I resurrected my Merc, I brought a lot more potions with me because I knew I'll need them. And you're trying to teleport your Merc out whenever he's getting like very low. that's at least what you're trying to do. You can try to drag like all the pit lords away as well and kill them before you actually face Diablo, just to clear a little bit. But he does summon them very fast, and he did end up killing my merc as well. Like if he does the firestorm on the ground and you don't teleport him out, it is very difficult to like heal him. Otherwise, like the damage is just so massive, even if he's like fully rezzed. But yeah, something that I ended up doing is I was like, instead of resurrecting my merc and just letting him die again and again, I'll just drag the pit lords away and I'll try to like shoot bolts from like a safe distance. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like playing a little bit of a game of drag and drop him over here and then just teleport back. That's why I always say keep your telestick. It's nice to have. It's very useful. As you can see, I'm like teleporting, dragging a few more away. And that's the strat I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend just like going back and forth just to revive your merc, because you only have 3 portals. And what happens if you die? What happens if you, I don't know, run out of potions or something like that? So as you can see, drag, go back. Yeah, here we dragged a few more. I just wanted to have like as clear of an attack on Diablo. And once we managed to get like a good angle on him, we started shooting. If he does the lightning hose, you just got to keep walking. There's no way around it. But as you can see, we are dealing a lot of damage to him. He's almost dead there. Yeah, we managed to finish him off. I don't even bother killing the pit lords. I just grab my torch and I head out. So that was our Uber experience. Seems very solid. And yeah, over here, we go over our Dclone attempt, which we went into with a Hand of Blessed Light, which is a great weapon if you can get on day 1 for the Holy Bolt. That would be great. Remember that you can also run Charger as well if you want to respec back into Charger, but we were on Holy Bolt, and Holy Bolt is something you can farm Chaos with on day 1. I didn't want to respec. I wanted to demonstrate the kill on Dclone with the same thing we did to Ubers. And not everybody's going to have a good charge weapon on day 1, so Hand of Blessed Light, nice circlet, which gives us like 20 FCR. We had a Griswold's armor for 2 skills, Trangals for 20 FCR as well, a ring with 10 FCR and a little bit of life. The poison res, I don't remember if it was necessary there. An F belt that we had with PDR and a little bit of res. Also had some FHR to give us the next breakpoint. It was the only PDR belt I had at the time. We had another 10 FCR ring with half freeze duration. It doesn't have any significant res or life on it. Half freeze boots that we needed for the poison res. I guess we did need a little bit of poison res, but half freeze boots with some poison res, they ended up matching what we needed. Of course, you have salvation, so a lot of your res is like already pretty topped up. And do I show? I have a Noko relic and the spirit shield. I don't know if I'm showing them. Surely I show them. Oh yeah, we had like a ring we crafted, like a half freeze duration ring. You can always craft half freeze rings if you don't have like if you don't have cannot be frozen. If you craft with a hell rune, perfect diamond, and a jewel, and of course a ring, you can make like a half freeze ring that will also have some resistances on it. And generally speaking, if you can find the spirit shroud, I would suggest that as a day 1 option. Like a spirit shroud, you can already drop it back in normal or in like early nightmare if you farm like chaos there. It's pretty easy to drop after a few runs, or if you run Mephisto runs. Mephisto drops spirit shrouds pretty often, so it gives CBF, it gives plus skills, and it gives 30 FCR, which is really nice for you to get to the 75 breakpoint, which is what you want to get to. Yeah, am I showing everything? Griswolds, the rings, boots, and Spirit Shield. Yeah, Spirit Shield, make it in a Paladin base with extra resistances. Even though we didn't need all the extra resistances, it's good to have some extra. And the Noko Relic, which gives us some FHR and some max fire resistances. We end up being at 83 max fire, 75 for the rest, 86 FHR, 75 FCR, and 7 PDR. So that was our thing. We had a few skillers and the Paladin Torch we got from the Ubers. If you don't get a Paladin Torch from your Uber attempt, make sure to trade it for a Paladin Torch. Get your +2 skills, guys. Don't forget the +2 skills. And as you can see, we maxed all the synergies for Holy Bolt. By level 80, you have all the max. And the rest of the points you can put either into Salvation or into Holy Shield, whatever you prefer. I put them into salvation because that's how I was leveling. I didn't want to respec, and as you can see, the first part is pretty simple. Shoot some bolts at the Dclone. You make sure to dodge whatever he's doing. And try to aggro all the skeletons so you can hit them all together. As you can see, you walk, you throw an orb. If you're at 75 FCR, this fight will look a lot better for you than what it looks like at a lower breakpoint. Mostly because like you can actually cast like at a fast enough speed to kill stuff and not get caught. So that's like pretty nice little perk there. Over here you can see us, yeah, whenever he's like standing there and just kind of staring at the ground, that's when you want to start spamming him with bolts. And we do the first phase with a total of 8 potions. That's pretty solid. That's like a good sign. He starts doing lightning hose again. You want to be dodging both of these types of attacks like pretty consistently. Yeah, if he keeps doing them, just like keep dodging him. That's like fine. This is a game of patience. We managed to bring him low enough to summon the second wave, and the second wave is when things get a little bit annoying. There's more meteors, and you want to make sure you're dodging these meteors if you don't have like a lot of PDR, because these meteors hurt a lot. They were hurting me a lot, and yeah, you want to make sure you're keeping an eye out for them. One of them will not kill you, but like if you get hit by one and you're low, that's very dangerous. As you can see, we're trying to like snipe the archers in the middle. And once again, he spams some of these long lightnings. If you're close to a pillar, your life will be easier. Yeah, you can just hide like this. Make sure to try and like push the spirits, either touch them so they explode and you can walk away, or try to like bang them into a pillar or something like that. I did use Holy Shield, but I think I'm only using it for defense, not for any other reasons. So yeah, we keep going. Yeah, touching the spirits. He keeps doing lightning hoses. He did so many of those. And we're doing our best to dodge all the meteors. The meteors are really dangerous before you get some PDR. So it could be that crafting like a PDR armor is worth it instead of running more plus skills. Like a safety armor, that's definitely possible. That's like a good approach. Or if you find one with like a 15 PDR or something like that, that is definitely a good option. Or an early Shaft Stop or Leviathan. But these might take more strength than you'd want. Like generally, this is not like a very high strength type of build, because you want all your strength to be saved for your health. As you can see, we're doing our best to clear the skeletons. It did take us a lot of time here. I think I was getting pretty tired, I'll be honest, from the entire day. Like at some point, my hand was starting to be like, wow, okay, this was a long day streaming. I think we were like 9 hours into it at the time, 9 or 10 hours. I was to take like a break in the middle. But yeah, you can see we're clearing the final phase, pushing all the spirits into the pillar. Make sure to do that. Yeah, if you're too close, these like lightning waves will be pretty scary. And over here, we got a lot of fires on us, so we touch them and try to get away. Sadly, we kind of got locked there, and we get hit by 2 meteors at the same time. So kind of like got pathed into pretty bad situation there with like the fires locking me from the left side, and Diablo clone doing his lightning hose there. Sadly, we did die. We were so close. He was actually going to do the Novas. We had enough potions to do the final phase, so we were so close to victory with this build. And before you start wondering, we are going to run it back again. We tried to kill him, but we didn't make it on our second attempt, so I decided to just take a good night's rest, come back when I'm not like missing the meteors, and we'll make sure to get the kill on day number 2 with the same setup, no changes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I might flip a few items. I might have to change the belt because I think it has not enough durability to survive the fight. But other than that, I think we're just gonna keep it pretty much the same. Thank you so much for watching this first Rags to Riches miniseries on the Paladin. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Leave me a comment saying "rip lol" for the double meteor that got us in this final Dclone phase. And yeah, I appreciate you all. I'd love to see you all in the next stream or in the next video. We're gonna, on day 2, we're gonna cover first of all the Dclone fight because he's owed a kill. And also, we're going to cover a ton of builds to try and farm with, see what Paladin builds can farm on a budget. We'll see what we do it with. I'm not sure yet, but we'll come up with the strategies as we go. So yeah, with that said, see you all in the next video. Have a good whatever you're having, and bye.